Saygo Media.
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 Tex Saygo on YouTube. Subscribe. Turn up. Turn up. Turn up. I turn up. Nigga.
It's like it's between a hoe ass nigga and a job turkey. It's like a hybrid bitch ass nigga.
Tex Saygo on YouTube. Subscribe, nigga.
Philadelphia police are working on
From the years 2007 to 2009, Philadelphia was a war zone. Murder rate was sky high. Killings at that time were the highest they had been since the 90s. Shit was dark out this joint, you hear me? Babies crying, mamas grieving. Put pressure on city officials to do something to slow down the gun violence. Stop and frisk being the most notable police policy at that time, giving officers the right to pull up on you and pat you down without probable cause. Need I say, niggas was getting booked left and right with polls. But in my opinion, this also led to a slew of police slams, with harsher sentences being imposed on convicted felons. In the land where everybody's a convicted felon, niggas wasn't going back.
For the 7th time in less than 3 years, a Philadelphia police officer has been killed in the line of duty. The latest killing happened Friday night outside this North Philadelphia mass transit station when Officer John Pulowski responded to a street fight.
Out of all the cop shootings in Philadelphia around this time, there was one in particular that would change everything. In May of 2008, 3 men, Eric Floyd, Lavon Warner, and Howard Kane, disguised in women's Islamic wear, attempted to rob the bank inside the ShopRite supermarket on Aramingo Avenue. Upon fleeing, a gunfight ensues, and Kane allegedly shot and killed Officer Stephen Lubinsky as they were trying to escape. Kane was killed by Philadelphia PD a few blocks away from the incident. Warner was shot by police but survived to tell on Floyd. Floyd, the only assailant who managed to escape the scene, was on a run. A tri-state-wide manhunt ensued, lasting over a week. Tensions were high as Philadelphia police were grief-stricken after losing another officer. They was tearing shit up looking for Eric Floyd.
Philadelphia authorities say they're aggressively pursuing every lead they get about a man they believe murdered one of their own. Police Sergeant Stephen Lisbinsky was gunned down on Saturday when he approached 3 men who allegedly had just robbed a bank inside this grocery store. One suspect was killed by police, another was taken into custody and charged with murder and robbery. The third suspect, Eric Floyd, is still on the loose.
The confrontation was videotaped from a TV helicopter after a car chase through city streets Monday night. The tape shows about a dozen officers pulling the 3 men out of their car. The men are kicked and punched repeatedly, while one also appears to be struck with a baton. Police say the 3 suspects...
Now y'all probably wondering what the hell this got to do with North Philly versus Chester, and how the hell did y'all get to Michigan? Bear with me, y'all, I got y'all. Floyd was caught 8 days later in the Southwest Philadelphia crack house. Both him and Warner received life sentences for their roles in the 2008 slam. Now what makes this particular police slam so interesting is that what separates it is these particular individuals that committed this crime allegedly were all 3 on parole. Kane had broke out the halfway house to do this. You know what I'm saying? Warner and Floyd, they were on parole. All these bulls was just recently released from the Pennsylvania Department of Corrections. So this put a lot of scrutiny on not only Philadelphia city officials, but it put a lot of scrutiny on the Pennsylvania Department of Parole. You know what I'm saying? Because the public was wondering why y'all keep releasing these bulls that's coming out here and killing cops. You know what I'm saying? What's going on? So in an already overpopulated Philadelphia jail system at the time, you know what I'm saying, it just put a lot of strain on the Philadelphia judicial system, you know what I'm saying, to act fast and do something, you know what I'm saying. Philly already has a vast prison system. You got CF, you got RCF for the women, you got PIC, you got House of Corrections, you got DC at the time, you got ASD, Triple C's, University City. It's a bunch of county jails in Philadelphia to house inmates already. And around this time, this just made stuff super duper overpopulated, because in response to all these cop killings, the Pennsylvania Department of Parole, they decided to stop pre-release and to halt parole altogether for a short period of time. Now, pre-release is when you are eligible to be released. Depending on your crime, you can get released 18 months before your minimum. So let's say you got 5 to 10. Let's say you got a 5 to 10 years. When pre-release was around, you could get out in you know what I'm saying, in 3.5 years. You know what I'm saying? And then you will see the parole board from the street. So you'll be in a halfway house. You still a ward of the state. You just doing your time from the streets. So when your 5 years come around, you still got to see the parole board to get parole. You just seeing a parole board from the streets. Once all these cop killings start happening with these people that's on parole, they shut parole down and they stopped pre-release altogether. Pre-release ain't been back since. This was in 2000. They stopped this in like 2009. You know what I'm saying? So during that time period though, where they stopped parole and they stopped pre-release, they never stopped locking niggas up. You know what I'm saying? They never stopped sending niggas upstate. So the jails was heavily overpopulated. You know what I'm saying? Heavily overpopulated. You know what I mean? And yeah, that's what kind of leads us into how we end up getting to Michigan and Virginia, because they were shipping people off to Virginia at the time also. So at this time, I had been locked up for about maybe going on like a year and a half. During the whole Eric Floyd and Howard Kane, when they killed the cop up ShopRite, I was already booked. I bumped into Eric Floyd down CFCF. They had him in a hole. I was on A12 before I went upstairs to A24 or whatever. So I was in the county with these boys. So I was already locked up. I got locked up December 2007. I end up going upstate January 2009. Gratisford, Camp Hill, and then I got to my home jail, which was Fayette, in Friday, June 6, 2009. That's when I got up Fayette. I stayed up Fayette all the way up until I went to Michigan, which was March 10th of 11th on 2010. You know what I'm saying? So, boom, I'm already upstate. You know what I'm saying? I'm gelling or whatever. So, y'all gotta understand, PA, the jails in PA is strict. I was up SCI Fayette. SCI Fayette is not an easy stop. It's a rough stop, super max. A lot of people got life up there. I got crazy football numbers. Everybody I walk with had way more time than me. You know what I'm saying? Them niggas was up there doing numbers for real. You feel me? Niggas getting stabbed in that joint every day. Anything you could think of that go on in prison, it happens at SCI Fayette. I've seen it all up that joint, bro. Everything. You feel me? It was not an easy jail to be at all. Especially if you from Philadelphia too, because you way out in the mountains. SCI Fayette is in western Pennsylvania. You 6-7 hours away if you coming from the eastern PA, from this side of the state. You know what I'm saying? So it's a long distance for your family to travel to come see you, X, Y, and Z. I'm gelling though. You know what I'm saying? I still got 6-7 years left on my bed, so I don't care. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, I'm starting to get dug in, going through my jail motions or whatever now. I was on C block when I left. You know what I'm saying? When they end up shipping me. Now my cellie at the time, you know what I'm saying? Show y'all how I got up Michigan. So my cellie or whatever. Matter of fact, it started the night before. So when you in the jails or whatever, you hear the rumors. So we was hearing the rumors that they was Gary start shipping people to Michigan and Virginia. We had been hearing it for a couple months, but nothing never came out of it. So, you know, niggas was just going about their bed or whatever. So in PA, each jail operates a tad bit differently. Like for instance, up Fayette, you lock down at like 8:30 at night, 8:35 is you done for the night. But at Gratisford, depending on where you at, it might be outside in OSU, we didn't lock down till 10. So each jail locked down a little bit differently or whatever. But up Fayette, we was locking down at 8:30. Now, prior to that though, prior to lockdown, the night before I got shipped out though, I had a basketball game. Now we called a particular basketball game that I was playing in, it's called the Dirty Game. Because you go to the basketball game at about 7:30, you know what I'm saying, 7:20 or 7:30, but when you get back to the block, it's like 8:20, 8:30, you don't have no time to take no shower. So we call it the dirty game. You gotta go inside your cell, you gotta wash up in the sink and all that shit. So I had a dirty game that night or whatever, you know what I'm saying. So as I'm coming back from the game, I'm trying to hurry up and get back to the block because there is ways to finagle the shower. If you hurry up and get back and there's people already in there, you can hurry up, wash off real quick. It's better than washing off in your cell or whatever, you know what I'm saying? So boom, because I gotta office a lot and I don't like offering a lot all sweaty and dirty and stuff like that. I want to be clean when I pray or whatever at night, you know what I'm saying? So I'm trying to hurry up and get back to the block that particular night or whatever. My man Budo from North, he was on A block. I'm on C block at the time. He stopped me like, yo, you know they got some buses out there. They shipping niggas out Michigan in the morning. I'm like, yeah. He like, yeah. I'm like, but I had been hearing this, so it wasn't really, you know what I mean? It was just jail talk. Plus, I'm trying to hurry up and get back to the block. Boom, I missed the shower, whatever. I get back to the block, wash up in my cell, pray, you know what I'm saying, bed for the night, go to sleep. Now my cellie, some fat young boy named Twan, he from North. So I wonder what happened to Twan. I ain't seen Twan and I ain't heard from Twan since he left. But some young boy though, his name was Twan, he was my cellie. He worked in the kitchen in the morning. So the morning workers, the morning kitchen workers, they hit them doors early for them. They be out, they leave out to go to work like 5 o'clock. I be sleep in the morning. You know what I'm saying? By the time I wake up in the morning, he already gone. I get up, pray, going about my day or whatever. This particular morning when I wake up though, he's still there. He's standing on the door. I'm like, what's going on? He like, man, they been taking niggas off the block all morning. He like, I don't know what they taking niggas off the block for. I'm like, yeah. When I get up, whatever, wash my face and all that, pray, get back, get on the door with him. You know what I mean? We looking, trying to see what's going on. Niggas ain't really screaming through the door because they got guards and all that on the block, so we don't know what's going on. You know what I'm saying? So boom, a sergeant and 2 guards. First they walk past my cell and they go around the bench to my man Reef cell. He from West Philly. Shout out Reef. He got life. You know what I'm saying? That's my guy. They go to his cell. He was in there with TY. So they pull him out his cell, take him down, handcuff him, take him downstairs. So we don't know what's. I'm thinking it's some type of jailhouse investigation. All types of stuff be going on, especially at Fayette at that time. So boom, they bring him back. He look in the cell. He look at my cell. He's shaking his head. Look me right in my eyes, shaking his head like, damn. So they put him back in the cell. Right when they put him back in the cell, he called me like, yo, Tex. So I'm like, yo. But as he calling me, because our cells wasn't that far apart, the guard walked around to my cell, some young boy, you know what I'm saying? He be playing around a lot. Some guard, the white boy, he was cool. He just played a lot, you know what I'm saying? So he like, Harris, go ahead, slide your ID under the door. I'm like, yeah, for what? He like, man, it's gonna be all right. Just slide your ID. So I'm thinking he playing. So the sergeant come around with the other guard. They like, yo, slide your ID out. Huh? So what the fuck? Slide my ID under the door. They open up the little bean slot. You know what I'm saying? Each door got a little slot where they could stick food and shit at if you lock down or whatever. And to handcuff you. You know what I'm saying? They cuff up. They stick your hands through cuff up. I cuff up. They hit the door. Boom. Take me downstairs to the B side. Each block is divided into 2. On Fayette, each block is divided into 2 sides. You got the A side, you got the B side. Each side got 64 cells. 2 men to a cell. Not everybody got a cellie though. A lot of people got what they call the Z codes. Z codes is where you can't get no cellie. And this coming straight from Harrisburg. They not putting nobody in your cell with you because you might be a threat or you might be weak. You know what I'm saying? Something might have happened to you already and they responsible. Like, let's say somebody raped you in jail. No diddy. You know what I'm saying? You could sue the state behind that. Because the state's supposed to protect you in them joints. So if anything happened to you in them joints, you actually could sue the state. Or you might be raping niggas in that joint. They like, we ain't putting nobody in there with this nigga. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of niggas got Z codes and shit like that. You know what I mean? And you want your Z code though. You don't want to be in a cell with a nigga. You know what I'm saying? You want to be in there by yourself. Most cases or whatever. So anyways, take me downstairs to the B side to the unit manager. You know what I'm saying? So the unit manager like, yeah, Mr. Harris, you have been drafted to participate in the Michigan program. It is non-optional. Hand me this letter. Everything I'm telling you to say on the letter. Like, you will be going. You packing up the day. You're going to be leaving out in the morning. This, that, and the third. You meet the criteria to fit the program. I'm like, huh? Michigan? So in my mind, I'm sick. I'm like, Michigan. I had been down a little over 2 years at the time. So I'm hot. Like, ain't nothing going how I envisioned it. You know what I'm saying? This whole bid, you feel me? Once I came to grips that I was gonna be locked in, I was gonna be booked in, I'm thinking, all right, you know what I'm saying? I'm about to just do this little bid up, you know what I'm saying? It ain't nothing. I had a 6 and I had the 15 that really turned to 8 to 16. You know what I'm saying? Based on all my cases, they ain't credit some of my time. My time ain't start. That's neither here nor there. You know what I'm saying? So, boom. Then before that, I done ran through 2 lawyers fighting this case down the county. You know what I'm saying? Fuck Gerald Stein, that was my lawyer. He was supposed to give me house arrest. So pre-trial house arrest, you know what I'm saying? I was going down Texas, I was going to run, you know, I was running out of money in jail because I done paid him, you know what I'm saying? My rappy done turned state on me right at trial, basically, you know what I'm saying? We gotta go up there and pick 12, young boys start telling. My deal go up to a 30 to 60, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, they was trying to roof me, you feel me? Ain't nothing going my way. I end up getting a 6.5 to 15 out of this shit, you feel me? Stein, fuck you, nigga. You know what I'm saying? So, boom. I'm like, now I gotta go to Michigan? Like, what is this? You know what I'm saying? Like, what are y'all talking about? Oh, they take me back to the block. I'm packing up, telling my celly what's going on. They go a couple cells down. They grab my man Maul. Now Maul, he from North. This is my guy. You know what I'm saying? Shout out Maul, 13th and Indy. Maul home now. You know what I'm saying? They just grabbing niggas off the block. You know what I'm saying? But not just our block though. They grabbing niggas from all over the jail. They grabbing niggas from the A side, the B side, the A side and B side, the C block, the A, like every block they grabbing somebody off of or whatever. And you know what I'm saying? So we don't all know who's going to Michigan with us until we kind of all down R&D and then in passing, because they got the jail locked down because they get ready to do a mass transfer for everybody, so everybody locked down for the day. You know what I'm saying? They only letting us out to take our stuff down to the cafeteria where they could search it and then pack it up and ship it out. And we got to go to commissary before we left too. They let us get our bag. Now, a key thing about this was in Pennsylvania, you could, at that time, you could buy tobacco, Newports, Kites, Cool Marlboros, Dip, whatever it is that you know what I'm saying, that you do, you could buy it in PA at that time. You know what I'm saying? Now they don't sell it, you gotta sell a vapes. But they was telling us that we was going to a non-smoking jail, so we couldn't take none of our kites and stuff with us. But niggas still managed to smuggle a bunch of tobacco and stuff up there, and this is important. You know what I'm saying? I smuggled a bunch of tobacco in my boots. I swallowed a couple balloons. You know what I'm saying? No diddy. I did a lot of stuff to get that. I got my tobacco up that joint. You know what I'm saying? But everybody did, and that's important. Remember that. So as we packing up though, you seeing people from different blocks that's going down there too. You seeing people are like, oh my man, what's up? All right, we down there. So as I got back to the block, I start feeling better about it. Like, man, I still got 6-7 years left anyway. It don't matter where I'm in jail at. I'm in jail. You know what I'm saying? I'm still in prison. So, you know what I mean? Niggas is big. We locked down, everybody on the door like, damn baby, they taking my boy, this, that, and the third. Yo, hit me when you get up there, all that good shit. They come get us like 2-3 in the morning, take everybody down R&D. That's where everybody leaving from or whatever. You know what I'm saying? So the Pennsylvania guards, they take us from Fayette to Albion. Albion is up in like Erie, Pennsylvania. You know what I'm saying? So the furthest stop on the map as far as prisons go. You know what I'm saying? You can see, you get Canada channels and all that shit up there. And then from Albion, the Department of Michigan came and got us. You know what I'm saying? So from Fayette to Albion, it's like a 4-hour ride, you know what I'm saying? And then from Albion to Michigan, it took us like 10-11 hours or whatever. We stopped a couple times to eat and shit like that. Now, when you getting transferred in the state of Pennsylvania, you get transferred, the way they transfer you is they got this little black box, you know what I'm saying? They got a little black box, and through the black box it's a handcuff. So you shackled up like this, and then through that little other black box it's a chain that wrap around your waist, go down to your ankles, and you shackled at the ankles too. So you shackle like this, riding like a retard. You ride like this for however long you gotta ride for, wherever you going, you know what I'm saying? So our case, it was 4 hours, we had to go up Albion. So then when you get off Albion, they took us off the bus, put us at Albion. Michigan came a couple minutes later to grab us. When you get shackled up in Michigan, though, it's different. They shackle you up on your sides, chain around your waist, and both your hands is like chained to your side or whatever. We had to ride like this for 10, 11 hours. You got to eat like this, everything. They don't unshackle you. You know what I'm saying? So on our way up Michigan, we bid. You know what I'm saying? Everybody bid now. We all like, you know what I'm saying? Most of us is from... Now, that particular jail, Fayette, when you upstate in PA, you going to be upstate with niggas from all over. You know what I'm saying? Pittsburgh, Harrisburg, York, Chester, South Philly, everywhere you could think of in Pennsylvania, New York, anywhere you could think of, you're going to be locked up with a lot of niggas and shit, you know what I'm saying, from all over or whatever. So, but we all kind of sticking together because we don't know what we walking into. You know what I'm saying? We all going to a new jail out of state, you know what I'm saying? A lot of us don't want to be there. Some of us don't care, you know what I'm saying? Because a lot of these niggas that they sent up here, what they wasn't supposed to send, they sent a bunch of lifers, people that been down 20, 30 years, people that got a bunch of time to go. You You know what I'm saying? And that wasn't how they were supposed to, they were supposed to be sending niggas up there. PA did some crafty stuff, you know what I'm saying? This is a level 0 type jail. It's a real minimum security type jail. They wasn't supposed to send hardcore criminals up there. The criteria that they said that if you fit the criteria to go up there, you had to have a certain amount of time left on your sentence. You had to not been quote unquote getting visits regularly, and you can't have no court cases because they can't be shipping you back and forth from Michigan to you know what I'm saying? You can't have no open legal proceedings, stuff like that or whatever. You know what I'm saying? They wasn't trying to hear none of that shit. PA sent all like problematic inmates up here. That's what I believe. You know what I'm saying? They sent all the niggas they was having problems with that was in population anyway up to this joint. So for the most part, the niggas that I was rocking with, and that's very integral to the story, is my man Trez, he from West Philly. My man Maul, of course, he from North. My man Tone, he from West Philly. And I might do a separate video on Tone. Tone also had a cop shooting. The cop didn't die. But it's very, very important. Tone got a real unique story, man. Shout out my guy Antonio Cota, bro. That's my guy. And then we had a few, and then some niggas we ran into later on and shit. My man, a couple of my other boys or whatever. We gonna get into that though. So boom, we got about 3-4 hours left. I gotta pee. I gotta use the bathroom. So it's hard to piss like shackled at your waist on a moving bus. You know what I'm saying? So I ain't really trying to use the bathroom. Each bus got a bathroom. We went up there like 3-4 buses deep. You know what I'm saying? So I gotta pee. So the whole way, like the last couple hours, I gotta piss. So when we finally make it up to the jail, MCI Muskegon is the jail that they sent us to in Muskegon, Michigan or whatever. I'm the first person off the bus, any bus. I'm the first one because I gotta pee. I'm pushing my way to the front. I gotta get out of there. I gotta piss. They unshack me. I go in. I pee. So I'm the very first person. I got a bet too, and I got a bet with somebody. I'm the very first person from Fayette. You know what I'm saying? To step foot inside the MCI Muskegon at that time or whatever. Now, unbeknownst to us, we don't know that other jails is already up there. So Fayette wasn't the only jail that got shipped up there. How they did it was, if you was locked up on the western side of the state, you went to Michigan. If you was locked up on the eastern side of the state, you went to Virginia. You know what I'm saying? If you fit the criteria, and they was shipping you. So all the western PA jails end up going up to Michigan or whatever. You got Fayette, Somerset, Laurel Highlands, Greensburg, Western when it was open, Huntington, Housedale, all the jails on the west side of the state. You know what I'm saying? So when we got up there, it was already a couple other jails up there. We didn't even know it though yet. You know what I'm saying? So boom. When you transfer from any jail or you enter in a new jail, it's usually gonna it's a process. It's not no get off the bus, go straight to your cell. Hell no. It's usually a long process too, depending on how many people you got transferred with, and just how the jail operations run in general, whatever. But we got there kind of late. We got there probably about 7-8 o'clock. They was still serving. They was waiting on us to get there so they could finish serving dinner because they had to feed us. You know what I'm saying? They got to give you 3 hots every day. So boom, I like I said, I had to use the bathroom. I used the bathroom and I start going through the process. You got to see the psychologist and medical. You got to go through all this different stuff before you get to your block. Now in Pennsylvania, they got something called receiving and discharge. Every jail got something called receiving and discharge. Receiving and discharge is just what it sounds like, where you leave and where you come in at type shit. You know what I'm saying? No diddy. But it's a lot of other stuff that go on down there, like property. Like if you getting some property shipped into the jail, you got to go down there and get it. You want to ship some property out, you got to go down there and get it. They usually have like brand new t-shirts and drawers and browns and stuff like that, hats and shit like that down there. A lot of contraband comes through receiving and discharging because that's the key from in and off the streets. So receiving and discharging is a very integral part of each jail, for the underworld side and just the total operations of the jail in general. But in Michigan, they don't call it receiving and discharging. They call it the quartermasters. You know what I'm saying? So this is where you got to go through to do everything I just named, you know what I'm saying, in Michigan or whatever. So I'm coming through the quartermasters. This the last stop. This is where you go get your clothes and all that shit at. Now in PA, you wear all brown shirt, brown pants, brown boots, brown sweatpants, brown shorts, brown long sleeve, brown spring jacket, brown winter jacket. And Michigan is different. You wear blue and they got like a little orange stripe down the side of it with a little orange hat and all that, you know what I'm saying? A little crazy. So I'm in the quartermasters getting my stuff. Now inside the quartermasters, listen to this, y'all, this is important. Inside the quartermasters, everything is chain link fenced off. You know what I'm saying? and they got the inmates behind one side of the chain link fence, and they sliding your stuff through this little slot. You know what I'm saying? You walk down to the next person, he'll slide you with you, what size already slide you that, slide you that, you know what I'm saying? Chain it to your stuff, boom, you all that. But as soon as I walked into the quartermasters though, the first thing that stuck out to me was like, yo, this joint raggedy as shit. I'm looking around, it's big ass chunks of this motherfucking fence missing all over this joint. Like this joint, I'm talking about big ass chunks missing out this joint. All right, this joint raggedy in the motherfucker, you know what I'm saying? Boom. So I get all my shit, I slide to the block. Now I'm the first person from Fayette off the bus, and I'm the first person on 3 blocks. This was the block that majority of us was on, that came from Fayette. I'm the very first person on the block. When you walk on the block, they already had a bunch of counselors and unit managers and shit in there to talk to you, whatever. So I had to go in there, talk to them. They like, what's your name? Give them my name and all that shit. They asked me who you want to be in the cell with. So I'm like, damn, they give you get the option of, you know what I'm saying, right here, right now. So I'm like, I'm like, yo, put me in me and my man Maul. So they're like, all right, bet, go with her, you gotta go eat. So first they walked me down to my cell. At least that's what I thought it was called. You know what I'm saying? So the guard, she opened the door, take me in there, turn around, she like, the cafeteria over there. Hand me my key. She hand me the key to the cell, give it to me. She like, go eat. Boom, slide off, because people were starting to come on the block behind me, and they got a lot of people, you know what I'm saying, that they got to process or whatever. So I'm standing there I'm looking at the key, look like a house key. Swear to God, wallahi. I'm like, huh? Oh, so I leave. I'm walking to the cafeteria. I'm telling niggas like, yo, this joint crazy. Them cells small as shit, because the cells was real small. So I'm like, yo, them cells small as shit in there. X, Y, and Z, this, that, and the third. I'm telling like, yo, they gave me the key to this joint. I don't know if it was a mistake. Like, I was really confused by this key situation at first, you know what I'm saying? So, boom, I go to the quote unquote chow hall. That's what we call it in PA, but in Michigan, that ain't what it's called. That shit looked like a hospital cafeteria. The food was hit or miss. You know what I'm saying? The food, some shit was way better than PA shit, some shit was way better than them, but I'm gonna get to all that shit later. Go to the cafeteria, eat, come back to the block, you know, everybody starting to file in, niggas is leaving, coming from the child, going to child, you know what I'm saying? So we finally get on the block once everybody there. We had this big ass block meeting with the COs and the guards and all that shit, and the unit manager, they just telling us how the next couple days gonna go to process and all that shit. They like, all right, y'all out. Now, like I said, in PA, you locked down at like 8:30. And up here, we wasn't locking down to like 11, like 12:30 on the weekends. You know what I'm saying? Plus, you not really locked down because you get the key to your cell. So the doors, they lock automatically when you. It's like a regular house door, except for they just lock automatically when you shut them. You know what I'm saying? But ain't no bathrooms in your cell. So it's 2 community bathrooms, one upstairs, one downstairs or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Each bathroom got about 6-7 stalls in there or whatever, and everybody got to share these little 14 stalls. So hundreds of people on this block. You know what I'm saying? So you able to leave in and out your cell whenever you feel like. You wake up 2:36 in the morning, just walk out your cell. So all types of shit used to be going on in these bathrooms, all types of, and then it's like niggas, as long as you wasn't drawn, you could still be moving around. Like, and they got night workers, like niggas is still going to the microwave, all type, going to vending machine, swiping shit. I'm gonna get to all this shit. So we wasn't never really locked down at this joint. We coming from somewhere where you locked down 8:30, prison. Them joints shut. They ain't letting them open. Them joints ain't open till they buzz them joints open for nothing. You know what I'm saying? So we all, mind you, we all then inside your little suite, the window open straight up like a regular window. You just climb right out that motherfucker and just be out. You know what I'm saying? It's one fence surrounding this whole jail. This is a level 0 jail. That's how I thought it was going, and I thought somebody was going to break out. You know, niggas tried, but I'm going to get to that too. So the whole job, we all like, yo, mind you, they sending niggas up here that been down 20, 30 years. Niggas that ain't never, you know what I'm saying, they ain't seen certain shit in years. So a few things overwhelmingly that stood out for me, besides all the things that I mentioned at first. The first thing was the guards. It's all black females up this joint. The ratio was like 80% females, 20% men, and they all black, and they was fucking with us. You know what I'm saying? Like, they was, Philly niggas come with a different type of aura, a different type of swag that they ain't seen out Michigan. You know what I'm saying? It was just different. You know what I'm saying? It was just different. You know what I mean? Shout out to Michigan though. And we not in the jail with Michigan niggas. It's all, they cleared the jail just to put PA inmates in this joint. So it's all us. It's just Michigan guards that's housing us. You know what I'm saying? So that was the first thing. And they was giving up rhythm. Like, especially when we first got up there, but some nut ass Pittsburgh boy ended up telling on one of the guards he was, anyways. So that was one of the first things that over, and then just how loose and open the jail was. But I didn't realize how loose and open it was until the next couple days. So boom, The next morning or whatever, we get up, niggas go to breakfast, we eat, we come back to the block. Nobody got their property yet, because it was late when we got in there. So they like, today was the day we was supposed to go get our property. So everybody went and got our property. They didn't search none of our property. They just gave it to us. You know what I mean? So whatever you got out of whatever jail you came from, you got it in there. You could have got a gun in there. You know what I'm saying? Like, they ain't even search it. So I'm like, damn, I swallowed all this tobacco. I got all this tobacco stuffed in my staples. I could have tucked this shit in my teeth. I could have did a lot of different shit. You know what I'm saying? So get back to the block. Niggas pulling, you know, Philly niggas, most of us is Muslim. So we gotta, when you locked up, you gotta pray inside your cell for the most part. So we like to keep that area clean. Philly niggas in jail, some of the most, especially the Muslims, are some of the most neat, organized, cleanest people you gonna meet for the most part. You know what I'm saying? So we trying to get our cells and shit together, cause the cells is way smaller, and everybody coming down there with a lot of stuff, especially them old heads that been down 20, 30 years. They got a lot of shit. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, we all trying to figure it out. You feel me? So during the midst of all that, you know, the jail open though. Like, you can leave off your block, just walk right off, no nothing, just walk, literally just walk right out the front door and just go to the yard. I don't want to be in the yard. Come back from the yard. No, I want to go back to the yard. Go back to the yard. Like, oh, I want to go on this block. Just walk on that block. You know what I'm saying? Go to your man's cell. You know what I'm saying? Just be in there chilling with your man till count. Falling back, y'all in there smoking, doing whatever. The windows open straight up. It's all types. So the jail's super loose. We coming from where this shit is contained, restricted movement. You gotta walk through 9 gates to get where you going. Yo, to leave off your block in Fayette to go to Chow, 1, 2, 3, 4, possibly 5, 6, 7. You gotta go through 7. You gotta go to 6, possibly 7 gates. You got to get buzzed through 6, possibly 7 gates, including your cell door, to leave from your cell to go eat. Up here, ain't nothing locked. You know what I'm saying? Only thing locked is the front door. You feel me? You just walking wherever you want, the front door of your cell, and if you got the key to your cell. So we not used to this at all, y'all. We ain't used to this shit at all, these hardcore criminals. So niggas is trying to adjust everybody bidding. We like, yo, this joint all right. They give you this little credit card with all your money on there. You know what I'm saying? You got all your bread on a little credit card, like, and you just go swipe the vending machine, get what you want out of there. That end up becoming a problem. Like certain hot commodities in the vending machine, whenever they would, the people would come hurry up and restock them, somebody will be waiting. They'll go just take all the sunflower seeds out them Jones. You know what I'm saying? Now they got all the sunflower seeds. They trying to sell them to niggas on the block. Niggas would go to another block, take all they sunflower seeds. You know what I'm saying? It was all types of goofy shit going on up this joint, y'all. Wait till we get to part 2, but I'm about to give y'all a little bit though. So, boom. They call lunch. Now, this one I knew that this wasn't no summer camp. You know what I'm saying? This, no matter how sweet it looked and felt, we was still in prison. And this might have been more dangerous than some of the prisons that we came from, because them prisons in PA, you know what I'm saying, when shit go down, they got a quick response time. You know what I'm saying? It's very rarely that a lot of shit go down unnoticed in that joint. You feel me? So we walk in the Chows. Me, Tone, Triz, and Maul. You know what I mean? For the most part, that's who I ran with the whole time up there. You know what I'm saying? I fuck with a lot of niggas though, but those was my guys. We the young boys on the block. You feel me? I'm about 23 maybe at the time, you know what I'm saying, some shit like that. So 22, 23, you know what I'm saying, we all the same age, all of us, you know what I'm saying. So as we walk in the Chow, I see my man Dimes end up going to Housedale. You know what I'm saying? When we was up Camp Hill together, you know, Camp Hill, we was up Camp Hill, he went to Housedale, I went to Fayette. So this my guy though, you know what I'm saying? He walking with Papers now, not Poop Papers. Me and Poop Papers was up Fayette together. If y'all know who Poop Papers is, he a rapper out the city. He been around for a little minute, but me and him was upstate together in 2010 to like 12. He was before he went home the first time. But Papers, he from West Philly, he rapped too. Light skin Paper. Shout out my guy Pape. He walking with that's his celly. They both come from Housedale together, whatever. So Dimes, bitch ass nigga. You know, everybody running into people. You're running into a whole bunch of different people. You know what I'm saying? Because when you locked up upstate, niggas, everybody don't go to the same jail. PA got 27, 30 jails. So niggas get shipped all over, but we was all kind of like, you was running into motherfuckers from the streets, from jail, different jails and shit up here. So, you know, niggas is clock Dimes. Yo, boy, I'm happy as shit to see my man Dimes. Dimes locked back up though. You know what I'm saying? Papes, that's my guy. Papes out here. But Dimes ended up getting locked back up. He came home or whatever. I'm happy as shit to see my man Dimes. Now, Dimes from West Philly, Papes from West Philly, Troy, my man Triz from West Philly, and Tone from West. They all know each other already. So this shit just perfect. They already know each other. We all know each other and shit. So we just gel. Everybody kind of just gel. You know what I'm saying? So we walking into the joint. Now, the number one thing that you should realize in jail is one of the most telltale signs something's going wrong is if, you know what I'm saying, it get quiet. You feel me? If at any point in time it gets super duper quiet, you know what I'm saying, jail is a loud place for the most part. You know what I'm saying? If you walk into the yard, it's a yard, you're gonna hear a lot of noise. You walk into a cafeteria, child, niggas is gonna be in, it's gonna be loud. But if you walk in and the volume drop or it's already low, get on point ASAP. That means something going down. You know what I'm saying? Something about to go down, something's going down as you speak. Nigga, you better get on point ASAP or whatever. So as we walking in here, it's quiet. So me and Dimes and Papers, we all tall. You know what I'm saying? We all 6'4", 6'5". We can all see over shit. You know what I'm saying? So I pushed through a little bit trying to see what the fuck going on. Yo. So it was this old head. Me and old head ended up being shackled to each other on the way back. And we got kicked out of this joint. You know what I'm saying? But old head came from Green, which is another jail. In PA, it's like 35 minutes from Fayette. You know what I'm saying? Old head came from Green or whatever. He had already been up there for a couple days, or I don't know how long he been up there or whatever. Now, like I told you, so let me give it to you like this. In Pennsylvania, if me and you catch a case together, right? And if I tell on you or you tell on me, the state is going to put a separation in on us. Meaning, we'll never cross paths. The only way we'll ever cross paths while we locked up with each other is if we both got to go to court. You know what I'm saying? And it happens. You know what I'm saying? Niggas do catch they rappies like that. You know what I'm saying? At court. You know what I'm saying? So that's it though. You know what I'm saying? Other than that, you going to one jail, I'm going to another jail, and we'll never be in the same jail together unless we got to go to court, and it's going to be gratis for whatever jail county y'all got locked up in. You know what I'm saying? So it's called a separation. Now what PA did, when they sent us up there, they ain't send nobody files up that joint. They was trying to get rid of niggas. They was really sending they problematic inmates to this jail, this level 0 jail. Niggas that had life 20, 30, 40 years. Trez had 20 to 40. Tone got a 35 to 70, 36 to 72 for a cop shooting. You know what I'm saying? Niggas that got time up this joint or whatever. You feel me? So, lifers. So, old head, right? Old head got some other old head. We in a chow hall. Old head got some other old head and is stabbing the dog shit out of him. You hear me? I'm talking about got him wrapped up by his blues and just hit me. Boom. Boom. Talking crazy. And I tell you I was gonna catch you, pussy. I've been waiting to catch you for 20 fucking years. He in there cooking old head. Old head trying to fight, but it's blood everywhere. You know what I'm saying? Like old head losing blood. So all the guards is standing around that's there watching this shit. Mind you, this is like it's all females, bro. It's the whole jail at that time was ran by women, and it's a very, very low custody jail. They never seen nothing like this. They not used to dealing with shit like this. This is one of them jails where you get a little DUI drug offense and you gotta go up here type shit. They not used to dealing with murderers and stabbings and shit like that. It was so they jail was so unequipped to handle something like that they didn't even have a response team. In PA it's called the CERT team. It's like when if something go down, you got a hostage in your cell, you don't want to come out your cell, whatever. Them niggas in them turtle suits that come with the shields and the tasers and the sticks, 6 of them niggas come in there, them ex-Marines and shit, they come in there and whatever they say you doing. They getting you up out of that joint. You know what I'm saying? Like, you out of there. You ain't beating them niggas, you feel me? I don't care how hard you think you is, no diddy. So they don't even have one of them teams over there. It's another prison right across from the prison that we at. You know what I'm saying? It's like a real type jail. So whenever something happens, that CERT team over there gotta come to our jail. But the response time, niggas gonna die. You know what I'm saying? We gonna get to that later. So, boom. Old head cooking old, and I don't know how long this was going on before we got in there, but while I was in there, this was going on for about 5 to 7 minutes of him stabbing them and talking shit to the guards. So the guards is like, yo, please, you got stop, but they not approaching him. You know what I'm saying? They scared as shit. These bitches ain't know what to do. So after it was us that convinced him. Like the inmates, the niggas, they like, yo, yo, please just drop that shit, bro. You gonna kill him, bro. Like, yo, he about to die. Like, it ain't just chill. It ain't worth it, bro. It ain't worth it. My niggas got life. Niggas don't be care. So apparently the nigga that he was stabbing told on him 20, 30 years prior to this. And like I said, it's certain things called separation in PA. So if I tell on you, you going to one job, I'm going, we'll never see each other. I don't give a fuck how much time we got. We can go our old for the rest of our life. We won't never cross paths. But PA wasn't sending niggas paperwork up there. So it was a lot of niggas that had separations that you might not even have known. You know what I'm saying? Like it was a few niggas that I came from Fayette with, and then when we got up Michigan, we found out they was rats, they turned gay, but all types of shit because we was running into they rappies, and they rappies was putting us on who they really was. You know what I'm saying? So old head caught his rappie, and he tell me the story firsthand how it went. He say that when he got up there, other old heads from other jails was telling him like, yo, you know your rappie on 5 block. He like, huh? And everybody know he told on him type shit. So he said he catch him a couple days later at the child where we at, and he get to airing him. So we get him to put the knife down. All this shit happening like ain't no everybody go back to the block. None of that shit. In PA, bro, if you stab somebody in a child hall, bro, they gonna have that shit contained within 35, 45 seconds. This is not gonna be no long thing unless it's a multiple people fight. You know what I'm saying? They gonna run in there so fast, and I guarantee you on your way to the hole, your head, the top of your head is gonna touch every single door on the way to the hole. They gonna be opening up, especially up Fayette, they gonna be opening up doors with that shit. Boom, boom, you gonna get fucked up and you're gone. You know what I'm saying? You gonna be gone for a minute or whatever. And everybody go back to the block, gonna make everything, they gonna contain the situation. Up here wasn't like all this shit playing out in front of the niggas is still coming to child. Leaving like niggas is still coming like the jail. So he finally dropped, we get him to drop the knife. The guard's like, yo, listen, you gotta go lock up, bro. You gotta go lock up. You know what I'm saying? You gotta go to lock up. We gotta cuff you. Old head like, no, I ain't locking up and I ain't putting no handcuffs on. So this shit went on for a couple more minutes. Finally, they get him to drop. They get him to let old head go because he still had old head gripped up this whole time. Old head damn near dead. I'm talking about old head weak. He's slumping, blood squirting from everywhere. That shit, it smell like nothing but copper. It smell like a bag of pennies around his joint. You hear me? They walk old head to the hole. Operation at jail go back as usual. Everybody, damn, that shit crazy. This, that, and the third. Blase, blase, blah. So that started getting me to wonder, like, yo, what's up with the hole? My man Dimes, he was on one plot. He's like, ain't no hole. I'm like, ain't no hole. He like, bro, the hole is on one block and it's only the first 16 cells. Like 1 through 16 is the hole, and the rest of the 70, 80, 90 cells that's on a block, you know what I'm saying? They all like regular population. So you could just walk to a nigga cell that's in the hole and slide shit under the door, this, that, and the third, like you not really in the hole. So I'm like, huh? He like, yeah, bro, this shit crazy. The hole on my block. No diddy. So I'm like, huh? Cool. We split up. I'm like, y'all meet y'all niggas in the yard. Everybody go back to the block. Everybody talking about that shit. We get back. We posted up on the block. My man Boo Banger, he the one that started this shit. Boo Banger is the one that started North Philly versus Chester. So my man Boo Banger, he came from Fayette. He came from Fayette with us. He was from 24th and North. He walk up to us and shit. He like, huh? Pass Triz a banger, pass me a banger, pass Tone a banger. You know what I'm saying? Like gave him to us ice picks like this, skinny little metal ice pick joints. And then it hit me. I thought about it. That fucking quartermasters. Niggas was snatching chunks of this gate off and making wax out of them. And when I say it was, I told you this shit was raggedy as shit. It was big ass chunks of this shit missing off these gates. So I'm in my mind, I'm like, oh shit, everybody gotta whack up this joint. And everybody did. Everybody had a knife up this joint. So this one started hitting me like, wait a minute, this shit a little dangerous. Old head just stabbed bull. I know everybody got a whack up there because Boo Bang ain't even been here a whole 24 hours and he just passed off 3 joints. You know what I'm saying? And not including the ones who even already passed on them joints. He got himself. I'm like, niggas done already been here before we got here. I'm like, hold up. This joint a little crazy. You know what I'm saying? Boom. Fast forward a couple days. And I'm going to end it like this before we get into North Philly versus Chester. You know what I'm saying? Because I got to break this video down into 2 parts. Fast forward a couple days. You know what I'm saying? I'm regular jail shit. Niggas is starting to get dug in. I'm on my way to the gym. You know what I'm saying? So I'm walking to the gym. I see old head. The old head that just stabbed the other old head in the cafeteria, in the chow hall. He just walking. He got an orange jumper on like he just got out the hole. He walking by himself freely. I'm looking at Oil like, what the fuck? How you get out the hole? Just in there killed boy. Yo, when word got out that you was only getting 4 days in the hole for a stabbing, 4 days, bro. Bro, this shit got so out of line up that joint, bro. It got so out of, in PA, if you stab a nigga, you doing at least 18 months in the hole. At least, and 9 times out of 10, you're not going back to the jail. You getting out the hole, you going to another jail. They probably ain't even letting you back out in the population. But you gonna do a lot of 4 days for damn near killing a nigga. Everybody got a knife. You can't check in because there's nowhere to check in at. You know what I'm saying? You can't. They don't, like, you could just, I could literally just walk to your cell and wait for you to come out. Cause you gotta come out. Ain't no bathroom in that joint. You know what I'm saying? And that's what was going on. Niggas that had problems with niggas and shit like that, niggas would just walk on your block and deal with it. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was that type of situation when this joint kept everybody honest. You had to be who you say you was. So it was one of them situations where even though the jail, the way they ran it was sweet, the niggas in that joint, and we all criminals, and they ain't never seen nothing like this before. It was one of them situations where this joint was not no sweet stop. This shit was dangerous. A lot of niggas got aired out. And that's how we end up getting in the North Philly versus Chester Part 2 coming soon, man.